What is up, YouTube? It's VyPr Sports here, and today I'm going to be starting my 2019 NFL mock draft. So over the next 4 weeks leading up until the NFL draft, I will be doing a mock draft video each week, going through 8 picks. There will be no trades in these videos, so without further ado, let's get into it. So with the first pick in the 2019 NFL draft, I'm predicting the Arizona Cardinals to select Kyler Murray, the quarterback out of Oklahoma. As of right now, it seems like this is the most likely scenario for the number 1 pick. Cliff Kingsbury has said in the past that if he had the chance to select Kyler Murray with the number 1 pick, he would. And now he does, and as we get closer to the draft, this seems more and more likely to happen, to the point where I would be shocked if this didn't happen. So I have Kyler Murray going to the Cardinals, number 1. The San Francisco 49ers have the second pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, and I'm predicting them to select Nick Bosa, defensive end out of Ohio State. The 49ers already have a pretty good defense. DeForest Buckner is a great defensive tackle. They have Eric Armstead, they traded for Dee Ford, they signed Quan Alexander, and have Richard Sherman. Adding Nick Bosa to this defense would be a great move for the San Francisco 49ers, who I think could be a surprise team to watch this year. As a whole, Nick Bosa would add a great defensive talent to the Niners' defensive line and would put Solomon Thomas into more of a reserved role on the defense, something that I think he may be better fit for. As a whole, I really like the idea of Nick Bosa going to the San Francisco 49ers and think it's pretty likely that they would select him with the number 2 pick. After failing to sign Anthony Barr, the Jets need an edge rusher, and Josh Allen out of Kentucky is the perfect fit for them. Allen would be a great playmaker to go alongside C.J. Mosley and Jamal Adams on the Jets' defense. The Jets are going in an interesting direction, and I think Josh Allen would be a very good pick for them at number 3. With the 4th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders are going to select Alabama defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. While Williams isn't quite the Khalil Mack replacement that the Raiders are probably looking for at this point, their defensive line was absolutely horrible last season and definitely needs some improvement. Luckily for them, this year's defensive line class is great, and if Quinnen Williams drops to 4, they should definitely select him. He was an amazing player at Alabama and could definitely have an immediate impact on the Raiders' defense. While maybe not to the level that Khalil Mack had, he would definitely be a great pick for the Oakland Raiders right here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 5th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, and I think they're going to select LSU linebacker Devin White. After losing Quan Alexander in free agency to the San Francisco 49ers, they definitely need some linebacker help to go alongside Levante David. They don't need to draft defensive line, they already have Gerald McCoy, Vita Vea, and Jason Pierre-Paul, and their secondary, while it is not as good, there are really no players in this draft who are worthy of a top 5 pick. As of right now, if I'm the Buccaneers, I think Devin White would be a great selection who can make an immediate impact on the defense. So that's why I have them selecting him with the 5th pick. We're going to shake things up with the 6th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft and have the New York Giants select Ole Miss wide receiver DK Metcalf. The Giants have not replaced Eli Manning yet with another quarterback. They didn't go out and do anything in free agency, so I find it somewhat likely that they don't do anything here, especially now that they have 2 first-round picks. While many people believe Dwayne Haskins will be the pick, I think there's a chance that it will be DK Metcalf, especially since they traded away Odell Beckham Jr. They need another number 1 wide receiver, and while DK Metcalf may not be the player that Odell Beckham Jr. was for them, he is still a great talent to go alongside Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram, and Sterling Shepard in that offense. They can definitely draft a quarterback with their 2nd first-round pick or a 2nd-round pick depending on who is available, or just wait until next year, which at this point they probably just could do. Overall, I think Metcalf would be a great talent to go in the New York Giants offense, and think that this is somewhat likely to happen. With the 7th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars will select the offensive tackle out of Florida, Jawan Taylor. The Jaguars made a huge investment into quarterback Nick Foles this offseason, and drafting Jawan Taylor would definitely help protect him. One of the biggest things that helped Nick Foles in Philadelphia was his offensive line. He had some great players there, such as Jason Peters, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, and Lane Johnson. Adding another great offensive lineman to an okay Jaguars offensive line with guard Andrew Norwell and center Brandon Linder could definitely help him have success in Jacksonville, and given how much money they're going to be paying him to play quarterback there, they definitely want to be able to protect him. They have some weapons on the offense such as Dede Westbrook and Leonard Fournette, and could definitely stand to add another great offensive line talent in Jawan Taylor. Taylor's going up in a lot of mock drafts, so I think the Jaguars are going to select him here. With the 8th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions are going to select Michigan defensive end Rashawn Gary. Gary is a very versatile talent. He can play either defensive end or defensive tackle. This would work very well with the Detroit Lions, who recently signed Trey Flowers and traded for Damon Harrison. With this defensive line, the Lions have potential to be great at that part of the game. And as a whole, Rashawn Gary could learn a lot from two great players at defensive end and defensive tackle. I think as of right now, this makes the most sense for the Lions. Keep the Michigan man in the state by sending him to Detroit. So those are the first 8 picks in my 2019 NFL mock draft. Be sure to tune in next week for picks number 9 through 16. Like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. This has been VyPr Sports, and I will see you in the next video.